this is the first step. We're actually redoing the whole room. So we took down the whole wall that was here. It was very kind of just all over the place and couldn't figure out what to do with it. So decided on this. We got 40 breeders all the way across for now. A lot of different stem plants and, you know, plants in general. A lot of this stuff is right here. Fully stocked. Yeah, we decided to add these big tubs in. So I'm able to do kind of fancy goldfish and koi. Like pond season's about to pop up, so I wanted a good spot for koi here soon. Basically a wall at a time, roughly a wall or two a week. But yeah, this wall, they're going next. We threw in this little section. It was just a 75, this tank. Now we have two 110s, or so it's kind of cool. Adds another 200 gallons of space. Threw in some, you know, fancy goldfish until the ponds are ready. But eventually these will be nice angel tanks, or maybe even throw a discus right here. Kind of do that. There's another section coming here for plants, and yeah, lots coming, lots changing. Plant wise, well, so I mean, I restocked on, say, hill stream loaches and got a lot of pea puffers in. I kind of stayed away from a few things because of the chaos, but yeah, got a lot of cories. Got some shell dwellers. Those definitely you should look at. They're brevis shell dwellers. That's just the type of shelly. Brevis. Shell dwellers are fish. They live in usually Lake Tanganyika, but they live in little shells. They'll actually pick them up, gather them into a little pile, and try to impress a female, steal each other's shells and stuff. But they will start to breed, and it's fairly easy little community to do. You just don't do a whole lot with them, kind of species specific, at like 6 to 8, and in 6 to 8 months you'll have a ton of them. Basically, got a lot of neon tetra and some cardinal tetra. You know, got a lot of the basics to fill in of them. Restocked on assassins and a mono shrimp. Yeah, peacock gudgeon was a good crowd favorite. It's a type of goby gudgeon. It's picking on an assassin snail right now. Assassins will eat little pest snails, but yeah, that's more or less it. This over here, we got a couple little tetra fill-ins and stuff, just kind of being patient. Yeah, I got some little Oscars. A lot of people were requesting smaller multicolor Oscars. There's a wild type Oscar. There's a longfin. There's a couple longfins actually, 3 or 4. The wild type longfin and albino longfin. I don't expect those to stay very long, so I didn't want to post them, give people a chance to see them, but yeah, they'll fly out here. But yeah, there's a fair amount of gourami, gold, blue. Yeah, I got 8 red-tailed catfish. They're hiding immediately, but there's one. There's already 3 or 4 basically requested to be sold. So that is a small Eurypterus catfish, like little bitty guy. They actually get to be this guy. That's basically full grown, maybe a pinch bigger, but that's a $80 to $100 fish. If you wanted to start small, these are $10, $12 fish. Yeah, I got in these. Yes, sometimes it requires a little brackish, so it does, but this tank does have a little bit of salt in it. These are Peruvian flounders, type of flounder that gets pretty big. Every time I get them in, they seem to sell pretty well. I need to cut them out of the bag soon. Tons of cichlids, as always. Locals are bringing in their different breeding projects and things too. So actually, most of these are from the Indianapolis area. All right, up to an hour, 2 hours away. People bring us fish. You get a little bit of store credit, and it's fair. It's building. Now, yeah, they've been in Indianapolis, Indiana water for their whole lives, basically. Who knows where they really got some of these bigger fish originally, but they grew them out in our water. So, and a lot of these smalls are locally bred. We have a tank of babies, and then I'm restocking on babies from locals as well. So there's actually a lot of high grade colors. They're just so little, they're not colored up yet. But just for the $8, $10 price, there's actually some really good ones in here now. So it's actually expanding. There's petricola catfish. There's striped and spotted. I think these are spotted. Stripes are over here maybe. But yeah, they get a large size. Here's a bigger one if you catch them. Nope. Yeah, there's a hider. There's one right there. But anyway, big catfish. It's a big red tail. I name him Philip. Everybody calls him different things, but he fills up on dead fish. So I called him Philip. And the little red tail is Little Philip. So just Philip, Little Philip. Make it nice and easy. Turtles are hungry.
And another part of the project is
yeah, eventually we'll rebuild this whole thing. Maybe put a plywood tank or something in there. That's the dream, but yeah, that's months away for sure. We got in some little angels, big angels. I did get in another batch of piranha. They're little guys up in this bag, a little bit bigger than a quarter. Those are red bellies, red belly piranha, a little bit bigger than a $50. We've got a lot of different types of jewels too. There's some green terrors, but yeah, good group of jewels.
what is that thing?
This is a big clawed frog, big old thick one. There's a white one in here too. Can't really put anything with those guys. At that size, they just eat whatever they can. Yeah, there's a lot of like Turkanish jewels. They have a lot of nice color to them. Those guys, since we have a whole breeding colony, we can actually get rid of them fairly cheap. These are like $10. We also have polar blue parrots. We have a ton of them. $5 a piece. Whatever one, whatever color you find, we can mix and match. We can get you a breeding pair, male and female, but $5 a piece. We also have a small group of Frontosa. There's a couple people asking, but yeah, there's a small group of Frontosa. Little nickel and dime size angelfish. These are actually local bred marble angels. Pretty good size too. Yep, nice hard water. With some little Jack Dempseys and a couple little Buacara hybrids. So that's an interesting hybrid. But yeah, Severums. But yeah, that's the whole story. Yeah, big silver dollars. I know there's a lot of people out there that are looking for big silver dollars because they have big silver dollars. So just like $50, $60 for these big ones. Just trying to kind of get rid of them. But yeah, there's a big Geo. He dropped off today. And it's a pretty nice schooling tank. Nobody's really picking on each other either. So that works. Got a couple more fire eel in as well. Yeah, roughly it.